Macedonia in English. Just about everything you want to know.
Former Interior Minister claims he is a victim of staged political process. I have a clear conscience. The outgoing populist regime wants to destroy me in this staged political process, United for Macedonia leader and former Interior Minister Ljube Boškovski said while testifying before the court in the Rover case. In his 2-hour defense speech, Boškovski said the government is using its media to depict him as traitor and criminal. The former Interior Minister also accused the government and Prime Minister Gruevski of controlling the courts and using them to set him up once again after the campaign case. I cannot understand how a criminal, protected witness can be found after 11 years, who had allegedly heard the late Orce Korunovski that he will receive assistance in committing the murder and leaving the country, Boškovski said. According to him, this is legally unprecedented in terms of court practice and creates room for charging Interior Minister Jankulovska with the murder of Martin Neškovski. Boškovski also demanded that his defense be allowed to see the face of the endangered witness because, as he claims, no such witness existed during the trial over the campaign case. Khaled El Masri wins European Court case. In an unanimous ruling, the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg found that Macedonia had violated the European Convention of Human Rights for its role in the abduction of Khaled El Masri. The ruling says Macedonia violated El Masri's right to liberty and security, not respecting his private life and not honoring his rights to an effective remedy. The court ordered Macedonia to pay El Masri. The court accepted El Masri's arguments that he hold Macedonia directly responsible for the time he spent in prison from the 31st of December 2003 to the 28th of May 2004 after his arrest while entering Macedonia and the transfer to Afghanistan. El Masri claims he was abducted in Macedonia at the beginning of 2004 as part of CIA's secret operations against Islamic terrorists and afterwards turned over to CIA agents who flew him to Afghanistan and tortured him for 3 months in order to make him reveal his connection with Al-Qaeda. He was released after it had been revealed that the border security guards had confused him with an operative of Al-Qaeda with a similar name. PACE criticized Macedonia for its role in the case. Hungary formalizes use of constitutional name in bilateral communication. Foreign Minister Nikola Popovski sent a letter to his Hungarian counterpart János Martonyi welcoming Hungary's latest decision to formalize the so far practice of using Macedonia's constitutional name in bilateral communication. In the letter, Popovski stressed that Macedonia highly appreciates Hungary's vocal and open support for Macedonia since the independence in 1991. Popovski especially saluted the support related to EU integration, a process where Hungary is a vocal supporter and advocates start of Macedonia-EU negotiations as soon as possible. According to the Foreign Ministry, the decision is yet another evidence of the exceptionally good relations between Macedonia and Hungary and the type of friendly gesture aiming at deepening the trust and friendship between the two countries. Prime Minister Gruevski on General Affairs Council conclusions. In his speech at the EPP summit in Brussels, Prime Minister Nikola Gruevski said he was disappointed that a decision to grant Macedonia a date to start EU talks was not reached, but thanked the member states who helped. Allow me to thank you for the conclusions according to which enlargement remains key EU policy. We appreciate the fact that Macedonia's progress is acknowledged in the evaluation. We are disappointed that the decision on starting the well-deserved negotiations has once again not been reached. This is a clearly missed opportunity for significant contribution towards more stable and more prosperous Balkans, he stressed. Gruevski thanked the member states and EU institutions that worked hard on making progress in the EU integration file and promised that the Macedonian government will not disappoint them and that it will double its efforts to reform and dialogue. This is not the first time that we face a blockade. Our southern neighbor prefers the practice of non-respecting of international law and doesn't respect assumed obligations. That is a challenge for the EU enlargement's credibility, the VMRO Dopamanae leader added. According to him, Macedonia's response is truly European. We will continue with the reforms. We will make maximum efforts to spread peace, trust and stability in Southeast Europe, he noted, adding that he believes such an approach will be valorized more than practicing blockades. Prime Minister Gruevski on SDSM's leader criticism. Prime Minister Nikola Gruevski comments on Branko Crvenkovski's constant criticism on the government's measures and policies. According to the Prime Minister, the opposition leader jeopardizes the state by blocking the parliament, the agreement with the World Bank and the budget. I am not surprised at all, knowing Crvenkovski and his moves as an opposition leader. He always tries to win by blocking the government's good policies and initiatives rather than offering his own. I wonder how he will look pensioners, farmers and business persons in the eye and tell them what he does. These people are satisfied with our September promise to reduce the public debt and the fact that we managed to do so. All this will come back at him at the next elections. I know that his only goal is to score political points, underscored Gruevski. The Prime Minister says it is obvious that Crvenkovski is trying to damage the state and its citizens. Gostivar mayor signs anti-corruption policy. Gostivar mayor Rufi Osmani signed the anti-corruption policy within the UNDP project titled Strengthening the National and Local Integrity Systems. Gostivar municipality is among the 11 municipalities that voiced their support to this project and participated in all planned activities. The signing of this document is a proof of the fair and effective policies implemented in Gostivar municipality by the mayor and the members of the council. The managerial integrity is a value underestimated by many politicians and functionaries today. I would also like to inform you that I was recently awarded with a prestigious international recognition of institutions in Dublin and Oxford for my efforts to combat corruption in the municipalities, said Osmani after signing of the document. He added that Gostivar municipality received UNDP's and World Bank praises for its achievements in the fiscal and financial working and the prevention of irregularities. This is the only municipality in Macedonia that received an invitation from the World Bank, Austria, to attend the regional conference on fight against corruption. All this is due to the good combination of expertise and honesty. We also managed to get access to a number of foreign financial funds, underlined the mayor of Gostivar. UNDP representative Sonja Stefanovska-Trajanovska and State Commission for Preventing Corruption representative Seidi Alili also addressed the event. The signing ceremony was attended by heads of units and departments at the Gostivar municipality, NGO representatives and representatives of local institutions. Traffic Warning Daily Report. The traffic on all main and regional roads moves in winter conditions on wet roads. Automoto Association of Macedonia advises drivers to drive carefully as roads may be frosty due to low morning temperatures. Heavy vehicles and buses are banned to drive on Tetovo-Popova Shapka road due to snow. Drivers are advised to drive carefully on Debar-Struga, Mavrovo-Debar, Katlanovo-Veles and Demirkapia-Udovo roads due to frequent landslides. Construction works of Katlanovo-Veles section of M1 highway will continue in the following period. Intensity of traffic is moderate outside urban areas, and the same condition is taking place on the border crossings where there aren't any longer delays needed for accomplishing all the customs formalities. Winter equipment in vehicles is mandatory until the 15th of March 2013.
Macedonia in English. Just about everything you want to know.